Hey YouTube, Sandy Frank here. This week on Hobby Talk, I want to talk about something that's been on my mind this week, and that is how much the hobby of collecting cards has changed this past, uh, you know, I would go back like 10 years or so. Um, I've started this channel about 10 years ago. It seems like maybe it was 9 years ago. But we decided, hey, I saw some people doing this on YouTube, people opening packs on their YouTube channels, just different stuff, and I thought, wow, that was really cool. What a great idea for a YouTube channel. So I did this, and the channel was pretty successful at the very beginning, but there's only so far you can go with just opening packs on a channel. People get tired of seeing that after a while. But it was still very fun, and I've always enjoyed sharing my pack openings on YouTube. And I'm not a breaker. Um, Nowadays there's so many thousands of breakers. Like back then, people like wanted to watch your videos to see what was in the boxes. Now they have thousands of breakers they can tune into, and they go through cases and cases and cases of stuff. So, you can definitely get a much better feel of what's in products from case openings and stuff like that. And, back in the days whenever I started, stuff was cheap. You could buy, like, I tell this story all the time. I bought hobby boxes of 2016, 2017 Bowman Chrome. They were like $50 a box, Now it's probably $50 a pack, It's just insane. So, prices have gotten insane. I mean, you look at something like the new Topps Chrome basketball that just came out. People are very excited about that. Um, but Topps release price was basically the pre-order price for one hobby box. It was like $370, $380 or something like that. I think it's $369.99 or something like that. Just crazy. Like they caused some sticker shock with the collectors. Like, man, we've gone a long way. That was just a regular hobby box. The jumbos were like approaching 700, probably with tax and shipping and all that. Now you probably got free shipping, but with tax, probably over $700 for a jumbo box of pre-order of Topps Chrome basketball. And yeah, those prices, the average guy, the average collector, you just can't open stuff at that price. And I mean, I'm sure there's like 20 packs per box or something. You're talking, those packs are going to be, like, just talking regular hobby packs. They probably have like 4 or 5 cards in them. And they're going to have to sell those individual packs for, $15, $20 a pack. I mean, just mind blowing. I used to open boxes of stuff for $15, $20 a box. Some really cool stuff. Like, we opened back when this channel first started. You could buy. It's called Americana, Panini Americana. You could buy hobby boxes of that with 4 hits in a box. It was like $15 or $20 a box. I mean, I should have bought truckloads of cases of that because it was so good. But, we opened up a bunch of them on the channel, but, it was what it was. You didn't think, like, 10 years from now, something like that is going to cost someone hundreds and hundreds of dollars, I used to open Pop Century on this channel. Those were like some of my favorite, most fun things to open. And now it's like $350, pushing $400 a box. I would just go $325 to $350 a box for you can count on probably getting 3 or 4 autos in a box of Pop Century, and they're sticker autos and stuff, and just, I mean, you're paying almost like 75, 80 to $100 per auto. It's like, I don't think you're gonna get hardly any autos that are worth that, you know. Just way out of my league now. But a lot of that is from breaking, you know. Breakers will pay anything. Any price that Topps sells stuff at, breakers will buy it because they can just pass that cost on to the people buying into the break, so they don't care how much it costs. They know they will sell spots and breaks to pay for it. And it's really changed the hobby a lot. And breakers have changed a lot. It's very sad. Back in my day, now you really start sounding old when you do this. When breaking was fun and affordable, breakers did not charge crazy prices to get in breaks. I mean, it was like maybe the breaker made a little bit of extra money on the box of the retail price, and it was an affordable way to get into boxes. Now, you buy into breaks, and these boxes are like twice what the retail cost is. If you add up all the spots that they're selling, they're like doubling their money on every box that they open, and probably way more than doubling, because I'm sure Topps / Fanatics, they probably give them the best price, you know, because hey, they own the breakers too now, it seems like. And I guarantee you, they make it tough for breakers that are not Fanatics breakers to get product. They control the market in every possible way. So, yeah, pretty soon they're gonna own all the grading companies too, and then I don't know. It's frustrating. The hobby has really changed. I think making it not as fun. It's definitely not as fun because now, I mean, I still love buying stuff, but now it just makes more sense to keep stuff sealed, and that's not as much fun. It's fun seeing the box prices go up over time because there's so many breakers breaking the stuff that the sealed prices just keep going up. But it's not as much fun looking at us. Like, here, we got sealed boxes here. You know, I've never really opened booster boxes of Pokemon, but like, I would have definitely opened my Topps update and my Star Wars Mayo back in the day, but you just can't justify it for the prices the stuff costs and how much the sealed stuff is able to sell for. So I'll keep my stuff sealed. It's not as fun, but you do feel like you're still part of the hobby. It's just the hobby's different today. And, there's blasters. Blasters are fun to open. You can buy them at Targets and Walmarts. This is a retail blaster. But, all the good hits are going to be in the hobby boxes and stuff like that. So, it's just mainly whenever definitely if I'm opening stuff on the channel, it's going to be like Alan Ginter stuff that's cheaper, heritage stuff, things like that, or just retail stuff like a retail blaster of Bowman. Like, I would be out of my freaking mind to open a hobby box of Bowman Draft or something nowadays. Back in the day, we used to open that every year, maybe more than one box, because it was super fun to get the prospects, and it was not ridiculously priced. Now, it's insane prices for stuff, and you would have to hit like one of the big hits of the set just to come close to breaking even. It's like there's no sense in opening expensive new products nowadays. I am just so glad and thankful that Shohei Ohtani was a rookie in 2018 when prices were affordable. And thankfully, I was high on him as a prospect, and I wanted to open one of every set that came out in 2018, and it was possible back then. because of course, looking back, also I should have bought two of everything, kept one sealed of everything, but no, back then you didn't think of that because the stuff was affordable and it was fun to rip. Now it's not affordable, and you're like walking on eggshells, hoping you hit a case hit just to break even or to hope to break even. That's not fun to me. And I know my channel continues to drop in views and stuff like that because we don't open stuff as much anymore. That's what people want to see. They don't want to see some guy blabbering about hobby talk or blabbering about this or that or talking about football games this week. You know. Anyway, I still have fun doing the channel, and I'll keep doing it. I've never been doing this channel to become a big YouTuber. It's just been fun. And if you follow the channel over the years, you can see how the hobby's changed, how the channel's changed. I used to get criticized all the time because how is this guy opening boxes every day, And we used to open stuff like every day, putting out videos. And of course, the channel did better back then, but you just can't do it now. It just doesn't make any sense. I mean, maybe someday box prices will like kind of collapse back down where they're affordable, and we can get back to doing that. But man, it seems like this is a course that is not going to get corrected back to those old days with the way breaking is, and these products come out, they're red hot, they get ripped by the millions by breakers, and inevitably the box sealed stuff goes up in price. And that's why if you're a collector today, you almost have to, you don't have to, but it makes more sense to keep things sealed than to open it, because you're probably like 90% sure you are not going to get your value if you open it. You're going to have fun, and trust me, I would love to open my Topps update, but it just doesn't make sense when the boxes are pushing 350, 400, and then they're only going to go up from here, because breakers are just churning through this stuff, and the stuff is just very hard to get. And thankfully, Topps does throw a little few crumbs to people, even though it's still very expensive. It's much cheaper than you have to buy it on the secondary market. So, yeah, just a little time this week looking back on how the hobby's changed, how it's not as fun, but it is fun speculating on like buying raw cards is awesome. That's still fun. I have fun buying raw cards and grading them. That's been a lot of fun. That's how I get enjoyment out of the hobby now, more than opening boxes and packs. We open a few things here and there that are fun. Our baller box openings, that's like my highlight of the month. I get to open some packs. It definitely scratches that itch. And we've hit some nice cards in those. It's even been tough, even like we've opened tons of Pokemon packs over the years. It's tough to even open those because, like, man, these packs are worth like $10, $15 a pack. What good are they doing sitting around not getting open, Sure, I could flip them or sell them, make some money on them, but, you got to have something for the channel, You can't just be all hobby talk. Gets very boring, I think, for viewers. That's why the channel's suffering. But, I don't do this for views. I do it. The main thing I like to do on the channel nowadays is stuff like this. Maybe if you're a long-time viewer and, you want to have success in your hobby, in the hobby of card collecting, I'm trying to show ways that you can have success, that it's not going to eat you alive. Don't get into breaks, guys. Maybe if you do get into breaks, do some research, see how much they're charging, see how much they're making, see how much the box costs that they're breaking and how much they're making off of it. and how much can you just go buy the cards, you know. I think breaking makes less and less sense over time as they keep raising prices and raising prices. Just, I don't know. I'm sure there's some people that have a lot of success breaking, but you know, the good breakers are long gone. Now it's all about how much money can we make on this box, and it's crazy. Anyway, I love my sealed stuff though, so I've adapted to the hobby. I don't have to love it, but I do still have a lot of fun with the hobby. Especially, you know, I like the way these sealed boxes look, and just thinking, you know, like I can sit here and think, oh man, this box might have a Nick Kurtz auto in here, on card auto, or a Golden Mirror auto, or something crazy. This box of Pokemon, I could have a Charizard EX special illustration rare, or I could have a Harrison Ford auto on this box. And I guess that's how I cope with not opening. I just imagine, okay, there's a good chance that I have some of that stuff in some of these boxes, and we'll open them someday. They're not always going to sit here. I don't really sell my sealed stuff. I did sell some of my mega boxes of Topps Chrome Update from last year, just because they're going for so crazy of prices, and I felt like that the bang for the buck is definitely not there in that set. As far as like your chances of the reason they're expensive is because people think, oh, I can pull a rookie debut patch art, but there was only like 5 or 6 of them in all of the mega boxes, so your odds of having a rookie patch auto in a mega box were just almost zero. But there was a chance, and but stuff like this, really good idea to not sell that. If I'm not gonna open it, I might as well keep it for a few years and see what happens. If it all goes to zero, I'll have a blast opening it. Trust me. Anyway, thank you for watching. What do you guys think of the hobby? This has been on my mind this week, kind of like reminiscing of the good old days and thinking about, man, the hobby has changed so much. And there are ways to still have fun. Like I said, I have fun buying raw cards and grading them. That's been very fun and exciting for me. You know, I definitely can't afford to rip. So I will be ripping some Alan Ginter though. When I get my hobby boxes of that, you know, I'm always going to rip some Alan Ginter when that comes out. But like stuff that is expensive, yeah, probably not going to rip. Like I used to love ripping Masterwork, but at $700-800 a box, that's going right back on my shelf. There's just no way I can justify. Like, you'd have to pull a big name auto in your box or else you're just basically setting money on fire. And I don't like to do that. So the sealed stuff holds up for now. So that's why you don't see the Sandy Frank channel opening a lot of stuff like we did in the old days. Anyway, thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more videos. Have fun, guys. Find ways to have fun in the hobby, because there are still ways to have fun. It's just not the same as before. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more videos later.